Number 1, don't say Happy New Year. 2017, then came the white horse signifying a change where leadership which would lead to conflict and anger. 2018, more than any other year this century, 2018 came with a total of 20,000 deaths plus from minor and major wars. The red horse signifies and brings conflict. 2019, 1 million Ethiopians died of starvation. The black horse comes next, and it comes with famine. 2020, we seen the pale horse regime as it brings with him pestilence, a viral disease that left more people dead than any pandemic since the bubonic plague. Behind the pale horse, its rider named Death, comes one thing: Hades. So when you say Happy New Year, understand that God has a divine plan, the plan for your demise. I've watched people tell each other Happy New Year all day. When I saw it coming, I could taste ashes falling from the sky. Welcome to hell in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. See you in the lake. The end. I murdered my family, and everyone has been complimenting me for it. I murdered my family, and everyone has been overly complimenting me for it online, and I was a bit surprised by this. Even I was a little relieved to think that murderous act I had done was actually okay. I showed and shared the post to my friends and relatives, and they too have been all complimenting me, and we were all thrilled by it. Then I realized I had submitted on a fictional horror story subreddit. Dang, I was mixed up. I accidentally told the secret. Number 3, I'm not sure if this belongs here, but something really freaked me out. It happened as I was bathing my 3-month-old son a couple nights ago, and I really don't know what to make of it. To know I don't believe in ghosts or spirits, but I haven't had many experiences myself, and I especially had nothing in this house happen. We lived here for 5 months. I live in a pretty small place, and my bathroom is too small to bathe him. So we have to bathe him in the kitchen. And I have his little portable bath on the table. Everything was going well as it normally does. He loves bath time. Doing his usual happy cooling and kicking in the water until I took him out. He started drying him off. He seemed to all of a sudden be really fixated on something to the left of me, to the wall besides the fridge, still fixated on the side of the room. It wasn't until I started to put on his onesie on the bottom lip, started quivering violently. He left out the shrillest, most terrifying scream, cry that I never heard him do before. I couldn't even finish putting on his clothes. I had to quickly put him up, hug him tight for a couple seconds. He seemed calm to down a bit, but wanting to just get out of there and finish everything. Just horrible, uneasy feeling, like something behind me significantly scared, and I just grabbed him and rushed him back to the room and put him in his crib so I could go back to the kitchen to quickly make him a bottle as I lay down and tell him I'd be right back, even though He had stopped crying. The look of absolute terror he gave me as he stared intensely into my eyes wouldn't break eye contact. It would have burned into my brain forever. I haven't had the same experiencing or feeling since. Number 4. Never go to the forest during sundown. My first horror story. Then he jumped at Davin with a machete or two. That how he wasn't missing. Jeremy told me in a loud voice as he was trying to imitate me. Jeremy was bulky type of kid in our school. I was the classroom. I couldn't lift more than 90 pounds. I weighed 117. I was 5'3". Jeremy and I were camping to want to know a true story. The story that happened in this very woods. I asked him, sure, I'm not scared. He replied with a steam look on his face. Here's how the story goes. 3 boys out looking for their football. They were playing catch until the ball went too far and none of them boys could have caught it. They stumbled in it and it was 6:49 p.m. and it was getting dark. They wanted to find the ball before it was late. They had heard stories of acoustics, satanic rituals, and bizarre ritualistic crime scenes with dismembered limbs being found in strange parts of forests as well as bones in the distance. Heavy footsteps gaining speed were heard by the boys. One of them did not want to investigate, but peer pressure forced him to. Then they saw it. It was an old man, but something was strange about him. He looked at around 7 foot tall. He had messy silver hair and his clothes were ragged. He was twitching. One of the boys made a slight noise that caused the man to slump over and start to turn around slowly. And one boy ran. His name was Pablo. He ran at far distance. It was far, but still close enough to see his friends being torn apart, bitten and bashed up by this hell of an old man. Then he saw it coming towards him. Only one of the 3 boys survived the attacks. Pablo was bitten and bruised. He was in critical condition. Had to be treated for blunt force trauma to the head. This is fate, you stupid beaster. Jeremy said, a little scared and angry at me. Shut the F up and let me continue, I angrily shouted at him. The boy Pablo described it as a very traumatizing, scary experience. He said the man made noises that sounded like rasping groans, accompanied with loud, heavy footsteps. Pablo died in the hospital 2 weeks later. I finished the story. It was scary. It was true. It happened in the forest, Jeremy. I asked and told Jeremy. He sat there. He slumped over and fell to the floor. Behind his head was a giant dam. Blood was flowing behind his head, out of his ears. Somebody or something threw a rock at his head. He was very scared and I froze in fear and distance. I heard faint footsteps and groans and raps and loud footsteps that got closer and louder, and I felt like they were getting closer and closer. Hello to all the people watching in the future, years, or even months from now. Who knows? Happy New Year. You might be in the same year or a different year, but just Happy New Year. Happy new beginnings and all that. Hope you smash your goals, because this year I'm going to try to smash mine. But if you're going through anything, keep pushing through it. I wish you guys the best of luck for the New Year's, and peace.